Noah often meets some unfamiliar men through the app, but she always encounters some bizarre ones, which gradually shatters her confidence in meeting outstanding men on social media. One day, she encountered a humorous and handsome man at the supermarket. Eventually, the man asked for Noah's phone number. In the following days, Noah couldn't forget about that man. She spent her time analyzing with her good friend Molly why he took her number but didn't message her. After a long wait, she finally received the man's first text, and they arranged to meet at a bar. The man's name was Steve, and every word he spoke made Noah happy. Moreover, Steve was a promising plastic surgeon. He was like Noah's dream lover, and they shared their life stories. Noah revealed that she lived alone and had no contact with her family. Before parting, Noah felt a strong attraction and took the initiative to kiss him. They went to Noah's place and had a beautiful night. The next morning, waking up to see Steve still by her side, Noah felt even more certain that he was a responsible and good man. She took a picture of Steve sleeping and eagerly shared her joy with Molly. Molly wanted to check out the man's charm through social media, but Noah told her that Steve didn't even have a Twitter account. Molly advised her to get to know him first, but Noah didn't heed her good friend's advice. That night, Noah and Steve had dinner together again. With an interesting soul and a handsome face, everything seemed perfect. That night, Steve invited Noah to travel with him.
I'm going away with Steve for the weekend. What? Where?
Noah finally sent her friend a photo of Steve, but the picture barely showed his face. She reminded Noah to stay in touch throughout the journey. Noah got into Steve's car, expecting to head straight for their trip. However, Steve informed her that the plans had changed. They would go to his house that night. Noah didn't say anything, but as she looked at the increasingly remote scenery outside the car window, she began to feel uneasy. The next moment, Steve began to exert his charm again. Noah wanted to update Molly on the change of plans but found her phone had no signal. Steve reassured her, saying there would be a signal at his house. Late at night, they finally arrived at their destination, a secluded mansion. Noah tried to connect to the Wi-Fi with her phone, but Steve told her that the Wi-Fi was down. Noah didn't mind. She was deeply drawn to a painting in front of her. Just as she was about to touch the painting, Steve handed her a specially mixed cocktail. Now, they both felt relaxed. Noah let her guard down.
Come on.
Noah's vision gradually blurred. When she woke up, she still thought Steve was her intimate lover. She greeted him, only to realize her right hand was chained. At that moment, she began to feel afraid. No matter how she pleaded with Steve, he refused. As Steve approached Noah, she recoiled into the corner. Now, she felt immense regret.
That's how you mean.
Noah struggled frantically to break free from the iron chain. Seizing the opportunity, Steve approached from behind and embraced her, calming Noah down. At this moment, Molly received a text message from Noah, stating that everything was fine. They were out somewhere having fun, just with a weak signal. Shortly after, a scenic photo followed.
Help me! He's not here.
Upon hearing noises from the next room, Noah screamed for help desperately, but the other person was also a victim. The girl's name was Penny, and she had met Steve in a nearby town. Her experiences mirrored Noah's. At this moment, Penny was slowly being consumed. However, after Penny was injured, Steve would always provide timely treatment. Because fresh meat stayed delicious, the girls couldn't save themselves now. They shared a commonality: no family. Driven by curiosity, Molly Googled Steve but found no information on the search page. Molly messaged Noah, inquiring about the trip, but Noah said she didn't want to report her whereabouts and wanted to turn off her phone temporarily. Molly thought Noah didn't want to be disturbed until Noah sent an emoji, which puzzled Molly because she and Noah never used emoticons in their communication. Sensing something amiss, Molly dragged the photo to the search bar and was astonished to find it was an online image. She hurriedly messaged Noah but received no response. At that moment, Steve cheerfully retrieved a thigh from the freezer. After washing his hands, he took out a photo and placed it nearby. It was Melissa's thigh. While dancing, Steve cut the meat into pieces, sealed and packaged them, then placed them in numerous shipping boxes. He included the owner's personal clothing in each box before having someone deliver them. When Steve entered the room, Noah had calmed down. She refused to eat before showering. Observing Noah's compliant demeanor, Steve allowed her to go upstairs to bathe. Noah's attempt to escape failed. Afterwards, Steve pushed her onto the operating table. Under the effect of anesthesia, Noah saw everything hazily. Steve was performing surgery on her, and she couldn't resist. As the surgery concluded, Noah's buttocks were completely removed, leaving her only able to eat while crawling on the ground. Penny was still next door, and during their conversation, Noah learned that she was the only one who had truly been intimate with Steve. This revelation sparked a new plan in Noah's mind. At this moment, Molly went to the bar Noah had visited before and sought help from Paul. Eventually, Paul provided the credit card account details of the person who had settled the bill that night. Molly discovered that this man had a perfect family with a beautiful wife and 2 lovely children. She realized that Noah had been deceived and might even be in danger. At that moment, while Noah was on the toilet, she suddenly heard Penny screaming next door. Much later, Steve, dressed in surgical attire, entered Noah's room. Whenever he was with Noah, he seemed incredibly relaxed. Noah finally mustered the courage to ask the question that had been haunting her.
Why did you sleep with me, Steve?
I told you I liked you.
After Steve left, Noah saw a small line in a magazine. It read, "If you're reading this, it means he likes you. Use it well. Keep fighting. Don't give up, Sami Akbari." The next day, Noah saw Steve again and decided to make good use of the fact that Steve liked her.
What does it taste like?
Depends on where it comes from and how it's prepared.
Just as Steve thought Noah was going to continue questioning, she didn't say anything more. Molly found Steve's house following the address but didn't see Steve. She only met his wife, and since the photo Noah gave her only showed half of Steve's face and couldn't confirm if it was her husband. Just as Molly was about to continue persuading her, Steve returned. They appeared to be a loving couple and claimed not to know Noah. Molly planned to leave, but before she did, she dialed Noah's number. The familiar ringtone sounded.
Oh, it's you. Well, you shouldn't have done that.
Noah's performance successfully piqued Steve's interest. Steve gave her a dress asking her to dress up, and then invited her to dinner with him. Afterwards, he busily prepared the dinner ingredients. As he opened his large freezer, who would be on the menu tonight? With a lump of meat being minced, a fine dinner was served. They dined together like they did for the first time. Noah felt uneasy as she watched the meatballs being divided, but she suppressed her nausea and observed Steve's seemingly undisturbed demeanor, even sensing a hint of enjoyment. Noah picked up a piece of meat and put it in her mouth. Seeing Noah's calm demeanor, Steve seemed to assume that she, like him, had fallen for the taste. Steve enjoyed the dinner immensely. After escorting Noah back to her room, he began planning his next dinner. He entered the room, grabbed Molly, and headed straight to the operating room. After Steve left, Noah knelt on the toilet, vomiting incessantly. It turned out that all of Noah's actions were just a performance. She had a plan quietly underway. One night, Steve prepared a dress for Noah. Tonight, he still wanted to have dinner with her. Noah accepted the invitation with a smile. As Steve went back to the room to pick out clothes, Noah put on the dress and applied delicate makeup, and called Steve, but to avoid interruptions, he silenced his phone and placed it in a wooden box. He entered the room, extended his hand to Noah in the pink dress, and they walked to the living room together. This dinner felt more like a date. Steve seemed eager to find a like-minded companion. This time, he unlocked Noah's handcuffs. The main course was breast meat, and as for whose breast meat it was, everyone should have guessed by now. Halfway through dinner, Steve showed Noah his world. Behind the decorative painting, there are numerous hidden compartments containing photos of each female victim. All the phones are concealed in the bottom left compartment. Suddenly, Noah saw Molly's phone inside. They returned to the dining table, where delicious food and Steve's jokes made Noah laugh until she cried.
So confusing. I don't feel awful.
Upon hearing this, Steve felt pity in his heart. He realized that Noah was similar to him. He cradled Noah's face and gently comforted her. After dinner, the two danced once again. Noah's proactive enthusiasm completely disarmed Steve. He lay in bed, waiting for Noah, but he didn't expect that Noah would deliver a fatal blow. Noah quickly chained the door while Steve was busy cursing. She then opened the door to the basement and rushed to Molly's room, where she proceeded to unlock the iron chains from Molly's hands. Noah entered Penny's room, whom she had never met before, and then called Molly for help. Together, they assisted Penny, who had lost a leg, to move forward with difficulty. However, the stairs leading to the exit were too long. At that moment, Steve, enduring his physical pain, initiated a struggle. Dealing with the strong Steve was indeed challenging for the girls, and he directly knocked Noah to the ground. At a critical moment, Penny delivered a fatal blow to Steve. Noah grabbed the phone from the hidden compartment and, along with the other girls, dashed away, with Steve chasing them with a gun. To divert his attention, they split up to escape. Meanwhile, Steve's wife, and curious about her husband's late-night whereabouts, discovered bloodstains everywhere upon opening the door. She also found her husband's phone in the wooden box. At that moment, Noah tried to call the police with the phone but inadvertently revealed her location with the flashlight. As Steve slowly closed in on Noah, Molly rushed out from the side. The three of them finally managed to escape from Steve, but Noah left her phone behind in the grass. In the wilderness, they relied solely on that phone to save themselves, so Noah decided to return alone to find it. Meanwhile, Anne discovered her husband's body in the grass, but she didn't seem too distraught. Shortly after, she noticed Noah not far away, holding the phone, and pretended to be a victim and approached Noah for help. The next moment, she grabbed Noah by the neck. Noah had been gone for a long time, and Molly started to worry. At this point, Noah was immobilized, but at a critical moment, Molly delivered a fatal blow to Anne. The girls, relying on their own strength, saved themselves. In the end, advised all girls not to casually drink beverages made by others, not to reveal their weaknesses at the beginning, and not to rush to trust others, even if the conditions seem excellent. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like. It really helps the channel. Thank you for watching.